Okay, so my back has been hurting and I've been taking Advil without taking too much Advil because of my sweet little baby right here. um and I can't walk as well as I would like. And so I started Googling stuff like, what can I do about my 3 herniated discs? And then I read all that. I'm like, so what, why does my back hurt 2 months after giving birth? And after doing some research and asking questions in a different way, I found out that being pregnant and lactating at the same time, breastfeeding, not at the same time, but you know, pregnancy and then breastfeeding can cause my bone density to diminish, and it can cause fractures easier, which explains that how I got my fractured wrist a week before giving birth to him. And the way the hospital made me lay on my left side on my back, when I told them multiple times, like, you don't even want to hear how many times I had to tell them, my back is hurting, I have to get off of it. And they said, no, we need you like this. And just like back and forth for 30 minutes. Then they're finally like, which way you want to be? And I said, on my hands and knees. I want to deliver that way. They're like, you're not going to deliver that way. I'm like, why not? They're like, you can get in that position now, but you're not delivering that way. Whatever. I'm going through contractions. So I get on my hands and knees and oh my God, it felt so much better. Like so much pain was relieved. And then when I'm ready to push, because I'm like, okay, I'm ready to push. They're like, well, you got to get back on your back. I'm like, I'm not. They're like, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, oh my gosh, it was ridiculous at the hospital. They physically turned me over on my back. And they put my legs in my hands and they told me to push. And I said, no. Then they all yelled at me and said, push. And I pushed and he was out. And then for 24 hours, I am stuck in this hospital bed. I walked around and stuff, but they gave me a room with no chair. Every other pregnancy I had chairs, almost multiple chairs in my room. They gave me a room with no chair. I only had that bed. I told them my back is hurting. I already have 3 herniated discs. They just give me some pillows. My back hurt so freaking bad. When I came home, I was feeling better. But when I started exercising, it hurts again. And I have issues with the right side of my back. Feeling pain in my left side this bad is new. And it's hurting so bad even after Advil. So I'm like, what is going on? So most likely breastfeeding, I'm giving all the calcium from my body to the baby. And about a week ago, there's just something internally telling me I need to formula feed. I need to. Because I'm like depleting myself. Stan said, no, you're not going to stop breastfeeding. I need this baby as healthy as possible. I'm like, well, what about me? And he said, well, my dad's mom had 9 kids and she died from milk leg. And I'm like, milk leg? Google it, because I had to Google it. And he's like, she died from milk leg in a barn after having 9 kids in a barn with no electricity. How do you think she felt? I'm like, horrible, but I'm not going through that. Just because she went through that doesn't mean I'm going to go through fractures. So I was Googling stuff and I remember finding some lady using eggshells. So I'm going to start using eggshells. I'll wash them, I boil them, I dry them, I bake them, and then I turn them into a powder. And that is a... You're going on your back now. I don't want poo-poo on your pee-pee. Poop like this. Oh, the cranes are here again. We had the windows open because it's 54 degrees here in Florida and it's beautiful. Hi, baby. So having the eggshells actually gives me more calcium and magnesium and a bunch of other stuff. And it's easier for my body to absorb than the supplements because they're probably like lab made, whatever. So I'm going to do that since it's pretty hard to get him to formula feed right now. And I don't have money to spend on formula. I was able to sell a washer yesterday, and I had Stan help me deliver it because I was busy with the baby. And so I sold the washer for $180, and the guy was nice enough to give Stan $20 for delivery because he knew I was home with the baby. He's like, oh, that's a pack of diapers, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm like, thank you so much. So that was nice. So we went to Publix for drinks, Aldi for food, and I have a dentist bill coming up, so that will be paid. So yay. But then like after that, I don't have money. I don't have extra money to buy formula. It's fine. Hi. I don't even have money to get the calcium supplement, and the internet said to be careful and stay away from oyster shell calcium because it can be contaminated with lead. So I'm like, oh gosh, no thank you. So I'm gonna go the all natural way. I got chickens. Okay, I got 16 chickens out there, and I'm just going to eat eggs and do what I need to do with the eggshells, and hopefully I'll feel so much better. That's my rooster, by the way. He just crows whenever. Hi. He smiled at me after I said hi. You hear the rooster? We hear you, T-Rex.
Yeah, I see him.
The kids call him T-Rex. Oh, you got hair on you. Hold on. He wants to roll back to his belly, but I need to change his diaper. But it will be amazing if that's all I need is calcium. I just need to take better supplements because I'm taking the rest of my prenatals every day, but it's not enough calcium for breastfeeding. I need 1,000 something calcium, and one eggshell has more than that. And more magnesium and a bunch of other stuff that I need. So I'm like, wow, that's all I have to do. So I'm doing that today. After I get the dishes done, I'm gonna make some breakfast and do that with the eggshells. I just have to make sure I turn them into a powder. They're not sharp. And then I'll be one strong mama. Breastfeeding. I'll have some strong bones. But no wonder my little baby is chunky and healthy, and he's more advanced than my other boys. But this is a very long video, by the way. I'm gonna make it short. Oh my gosh. Thanks for hearing me ramble. Yeah.